And good evening, folks. How's everybody doing tonight? This evening will be part 3 of my tour of northern Italy and the south of France. I'll be leaving from Torino here very shortly. Hopefully there's a job that's going to send me up to Lyon. From there I plan on swinging up to Dijon, and after Dijon it will be back to actual driving per normal. In fact, I may not even bother with Dijon, as it appears there's nothing there for me to discover, so it'll just be a trip to Lyon and then take a normal job from there and see where we go. That being said, let's head on out and see what the world's got for me tonight. Might help if I see what jobs are available here. Okay, is any of this gonna take me far west enough? Nope, so it looks like we're just driving straight through to Lyon tonight, or for our first leg here. And as it's brightening up quite nicely, I may very well get a few good opportunities for screenshots. Well, howdy there, Commissionerov. How you doing tonight? Not sure how long ago you joined, but at the moment I'm just doing a quick pleasure drive up to Lyon to finish off my little tourist tour de force, and from there I'll be picking up a delivery of some sort. How are you this evening, if I may ask? Pardon my voice this evening. I feel I'm coming down with a little cold or something. Yes, with this cold, I do beginning to notice that I'm not quite as talkative as I might normally be, so my apologies for that. However, feel free to strike up conversation, ask questions if you have any. Do my best to answer. Oof, almost veered right into the curb there. didn't happen to see a speed limit sign anywhere, did you? I'm assuming it's going to be at least, you know, at least 120 kilometers per hour, which I'm already exceeding pretty greatly. Man, I completely forgot to take a nap before I left town. I guess I better stop and do that up here. It wouldn't hurt to get some gas either. Feed the beast. Nope, that was me sending money out. Beginning to think my employees are costing me more money than they're bringing me. So are you a simmer at all, Commisharov? Back to France. Completely missed that. I think that said 70 kilometers. Which is, this is about 70, yeah. Man, I may need a blanket. I'm cold tonight. Almost lost it there for a bit. There we go. Let's set a nice easy cruise at 60 miles per hour. I'm going a little fast. I'm probably about to get ticketed if I don't slow it down fast enough. Close enough to 55 or 60. Up and right back down again. Ah, damn these tunnels. Oh, these guys are going fast enough. I think I will dub you Commissioner the Ever Silent. On a completely unrelated topic, anybody happen to know the reasoning behind Twitch's incomprehensible decision to drop the broadcast delay back to as much as a minute? It's between 30 seconds and a minute are the two values I've heard. I understand bandwidth is not necessarily a cheap commodity, but it seems a little bit ridiculous in that this 30-second to a minute delay is a good way of killing the sense of community. God, I hope this was the direction I needed to go. Aha! He does speak. Sorry, just looked up. Oh, son of a gun, I saw that coming. Actually, why am I doing that? Let's see, what direction am I going in? Ah, perfect, I did choose the right way. And I don't know if it's just because I'm a little under the weather, maybe even sick tonight, or what, but my reflexes just... I don't know if it's my reflexes or the controller, but everything just seems slow tonight. Oh, damn. Yeah. Gee, yield right away and you get nothing for it. Howdy, howdy, Western Movie. How's it going? Just to bring you up to speed, I'm driving into Lyon, hoping to hoping to find a decent, high-paying job. Because it's been a while since I've actually brought any money in on my whirlwind tour of Northern Europe. I'm just minutes out from Lyon, if that. And we shall see what the town has for me once I pull in. Well, alright. Hey there, Rock'em Sock'em. What's going on with you? I actually feel popular. I think this is a new record high for me for simultaneous viewers. Ah, I opened my mouth too soon. And yes, pardon my lack of diatribe this evening, Western movie. As I mentioned before, I am feeling a bit under the weather, and it's kind of impacting me in a social way as well, as I'm just not quite feeling 100%. But do please feel free to chat, communicate, ask questions, whatever. I may not be... Hurry up, asshole. Why you... God. Move it. I may not be in the most talkative of moods at the moment, but all I need is that one... Jesus Christ. All I need is that one person to get me engaged and maybe get me out of this funk. I hate you so much. Yeah. Once I get Lyon discovered, as I hadn't previously been there, that is definitely the plan, Commissioner. Which... Let's see... I need to go straight on through. In that case, I'll get around this guy. Yep, entering city limits. Sure, so... Let's see. How to summarize it without putting it down too much and also not playing it up too much. In short, you are... You know, it is a simulation for starters. Everything down to trucks having things like blinkers is in the game. Trucks are modeled after their real-life counterparts and companies: Volvo, Iveco, MAN, Scania, most of the European truck lines, as this is Euro Truck Sim. Initially, I lost that guy in my blind spot, didn't I? Yep. Initially, you start off with nothing, no money to your name or anything like that. You're basically a contract driver using someone else's equipment to drive from point A to point B. Eventually, once you've amassed enough money or taken out a loan, you can begin expanding and basically creating your own trucking empire. I realize it does not sound like a lot of fun. I thought the same thing as well when I first heard about it. But I don't know. There's something strangely addictive about this game once you get into it. There is a free demo available on the was it Euro Truck Sim 2 or Euro Truck Simulator 2.com site. Not sure what is or is not in the demo. But if you ask me, it's worth the price tag. It's a quality game. It's a blast to play while being almost relaxing and therapeutic at the same time. Average job time, I mean, it's a true long distance haul going from the extremes of northern England to clear east of Poland can be about a 2.5 hour drive. time is compressed pretty heavily in the game. I know I suck at this kind of thing. I'm not good at... Oh, son of a gun, I missed my turn. Not too good at playing things up and marketing things. A little too analytical for that. I guess I'll use these guys' parking lot to whip around. Yes, actually... Here, give me a sec here. I'll bring up the world map for you. So, the base game includes, this is as far out as I can take the map, entirety of England here, the entirety of Europe, clear up to this line here from Gdansk, just east of Potsdam, Warsaw. I don't know if this town is in the base game or not. Basically, Gdansk, everything east of Potsdam is part of the Going East expansion. You get ticketed. You get fined for speeding. Some countries actually enforce headlight laws in the day. You can get ticketed for doing that. If you're driving at night with no headlights, you're going to get ticketed. You get ticketed for vehicle collisions. Where did he come from? On that topic, you only get ticketed for vehicle collisions if the game determines that it was your fault. Running red lights will get you tickets. Running a yellow light will get you ticketed. There are no actual police per se, so you won't get pulled over. You basically just automatically get fined for whatever your offense was. And while not ridiculously high, the fines definitely eat into your bottom line, especially if you rack up enough of them. Sweet. Oh, son of a gun. Wow, yeah, my reflexes are way off tonight. I mean, yeah, the game is... It's clear that they cut corners in some areas. You may have seen me driving past some roads that had like little like a digital barrier across from them. So you know, not all the roads that you see can be driven on, but the things that they did put detail into, they put an amazing amount of detail into them. So yeah, this will be a good little trip. Take me probably 45 minutes to an hour to do. Ooh, but no, I don't want to go back to England yet. Yeah, Czech Republic sounds promising. Come on, buddy. And the amount of customization and just inherent modability in the game. So as I was mentioning before on what's available, I don't remember unmodded, but pretty much most of Scandinavia up here is... I don't think it's in the game, or... I believe this portion was added by a mod that I've got put in, which is the ProMod, which basically adds some cities, expands on existing cities by adding more scenery to the country, if you will. The game, considering what it is, the game actually has a pretty substantial following, and oh my god, I'm about to just... You know what? Screw this guy. Let's see, is this where my trailer pickup's gonna be? I think it is. You also, another thing it just dawned on me that you get fined for, driving on the wrong side of the road will earn you a fine. yeah, the depth of the game, and especially the depth of the actual driving simulation part of it, is pretty incredible. I mean, you can get it set up to where you've got to worry about everything from the pressure left in your air brake system, or else you won't be able to get up and go. Engines will stall out. Let's see, that's the one. If you like simulations in general, I would say this game is definitely worth taking a look at. Oh, come on, this truck can cut a better turn than that. I am actually a very new streamer, and I don't quite think I have the personality or social charms to really sell a game like some of the other streamers. You know, hit up YouTube. There are just hundreds of people that have streamed their games, and I would say have a look at multiple people's streams to get yourself, you know, at least an informed third-party decision on if you think you might enjoy the game. I mean, this kind of thing's, it's a sim. It's not going to appeal to everybody. You know, included in the simulation side of the game, you have to manage your sleep levels. You might notice that there's on my GPS unit here in the lower right corner, you'll see the fuel icon, and then next to that the bed icon. And in fact, here in my current job statistics, you can see that in the next 8 hours, I need to find a rest stop, or I run the complete risk of falling asleep at the wheel. Actually, no, this game does not require nearly as powerful as a computer as you might imagine. It is almost to the day, maybe to the week, a year old at this point, and this is it running at max settings. The graphics, by today's standards, aren't going to wow anybody, but they are quite impressive nonetheless. Honestly, if you're not sure, grab the demo. But the settings do scale down pretty far. I think you might be pleasantly surprised. Okay, which way am I going up here? Exiting right, okay. Yes, Komisharov is right. The game goes on sale fairly often. It's available on Steam directly, on their website directly. It's on Origin. It's also on the Humble Bundle site, Go Gamer, and I've seen it on sale in every venue that it's available in for very, very low price. I would anticipate, you know, it being something like $15 or $20 at the absolute most to grab the core game and the expansion at the same time, and that's assuming a very low percentage off. You know, it's I had the same mindset. It blew my mind. Like, I knew that there was a simulator for just about every activity out there. I mean, dear Lord, there's a farming simulator. You know, who would have ever thought that watching grass grow would be interesting? What did surprise me is the extremely strong following and community that this game does have. The SCS, the developer that made this game, has done a number of trucking simulator games in the past, but they'd always been like value and budget titles that never really made it. They really they really took it away with this one. They set a new standard for what is a niche category. It's not like a flight simulator. I mean, everybody wants to fly. And in fact, they are actively working on American Truck Simulator. It is it is Toilet Simulator. That's awesome. The American Truck Simulator is either in an alpha or a beta state right now, and I don't recall if they've got any kind of announcement as far as a release date, but I am definitely looking forward to it. And are you a simmer in general, Western, or? Because if so, and particularly if you are a driving simulator person or a racing sim person, this game ties in with, and it plays very nicely in automatically detecting and assigning reasonable key bindings to pretty much every racing wheel, throttle, gear shift set on the market. Yeah, Twitch, if you love racing, Twitch, I believe, has a really strong iRacing stream community. And iRacing is about as true to life as it gets for racing driving experience, I believe. I personally have never used it or played it, I suppose. But I've known people that have, and it gets down to just completely, like, you're doing things like adjusting the camber on your I just brain farted, on your wheels, for lack of a better term. I'm not a huge automotive person, so I forgot what the right term would be there. But yeah, I mean, you know, definitely take a look at the front page of Twitch. There are people that are streaming Super Nintendo and Nintendo titles. I mean, if it is a game that has a cultural following of some sort, it is being streamed here. And I tell you one thing, driving through the south of France in this game is nothing like driving through the north of France. This is so much more pleasant. I do play War Thunder. In fact, I've almost abandoned War Thunder for this over the last week or 10 days now. And I don't know. I did not get into the Tanks closed beta. So I'm going to reserve judgment on the tanks part. I just pray to God that War Thunder's tanks implementation does not turn into World of Tanks' plain implementation. But I am a tanker. I played World of Tanks since closed beta, and only, within the last year, I kind of burnt out on it and haven't played it since. But I am very much looking forward to the tanks side of things. And I think Wargaming needed a good rival, and I think Gaijin has done a really good job on that. Give me just a second, guys. Got a noise going on in the background that needs dealing with. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. I take it, are you a War Thunder person or a tanks person, Commissioner? Or are you both? Oof, forgot to gear down. Derp. God, am I going to take out a sign on this? No. Yeah, Twitch has actually got a lot of celebrity gamers too, as I'm sure you're aware. Finally highway. Now I can get it up to speed, maybe. Oh shit. There you go, there's a speeding offense for you. That's my biggest gripe about Europe is, unlike England, you don't get that half-a-mile notification that you've got a speeding camera coming up so that you can slow down. It's just, surprise, there's a speeding camera. That, and I have a hard time reading the speeding signs. That is exactly what I was thinking when I watched my first video. I was, yeah, I agree. Tanks do look amazing, but yeah, like I watched a YouTube Let's Play of this by a broadcaster by the name of Nerd Cubed. I was sick that night, couldn't go to sleep. It was like midnight or so when I started watching it, just looking for anything to kind of kill the time. I had never laughed so hard in my life as I had when I watched his video. And in fact, his video is what prompted me to go out and buy this. And as luck would have it, it was still on sale on Steam for, I think I paid about $15 or $20 for this in the expansion, which was not the cheapest that it was available, as I would find out the next day, but it was absolutely worth it. Ah, geez, only 100 kilometers here? Ah, you asshole, do not do that. Son of a... Yeah, I got burnt out on World of Tanks. Let's see, I don't even remember what tiers I was playing. I think it was bouncing back between tier 6 and 7s in US, French, Soviet, and German. Or rather, I was maybe tier 4 or 5 French. But I just got so tired of playing it. I even bought 6 months of premium not even 3 weeks before I just said I'd had enough. There are traffic laws on Grand Theft Auto 5. I haven't played it. But it strikes me as rather humorous to imagine Grand Theft Auto as having traffic laws. Oh wait, you used to try to follow them. I'm sorry, I misread. Yeah, I mean, you can get away with breaking traffic laws here. You know, I've found little things like, if you're driving against the flow of traffic, basically in the wrong lane, you can run a red light and not get caught for that. And if you're lucky, you can even, you know, get away with driving in the wrong lane for a little while before they finally catch you. But yeah, just, you know, the challenge, if you will, of driving normally and trying not to go road rage on stupid AI, because the AI drivers in this game are completely retarded at times. One thing I'm glad they don't enforce is you can be a complete douche at night and drive with your brights on and you'll never get fined for it. 'Cause some of these little one-lane country roads that you're driving down at night, your normal headlights do not provide nearly enough illumination to see that bend coming just around the corner. Stop that. And yeah, about World of Warplanes, I understand not really getting into it. You know, it's on the one hand, arcade is a lot of fun, really easy to get into once you've gotten through the initial learning curve, but it's not sim at all. And the simulation side of War Thunder with historic battles, or whatever they call them now, and full real, oh my god, the learning curve of that is so intimidating and frustrating that I just gave up trying, and I'm a sucker for sims. Because you get in, you wait maybe a minute or two at least before the patch to get into one of those realistic, if you will, rounds. I don't know for sure, but I would imagine so, because it always seems that no matter how short my trip is, I always come away with at least 2% tire wear. But I don't know for sure. Hey there, Greg. I can assure you that this insanity is absolutely real, and it is actually really freaking enjoyable. It's inexplicable. It really is, and it is insane. But this game is addictive as hell. Ooh, pardon me. I'm sorry about that, guys. And in fact, as with almost all of my past broadcasts, I do end up putting these... Oh, shit. I always do that. I do end up putting these on YouTube for future YouTube videos, or viewers, rather, to see. As, I don't have much of a Twitch following. In fact, I would dare to say I don't have any Twitch following at this point, but, I'm actively working on trying to remedy that. But yeah, this, if you want to see a really, really popular stream for this game on Twitch, look up a user by the name of Da Squirrels Nuts. DA Squirrels Nuts. The guy's got like a 25,000 viewer following, and for the last year, almost every one of his recorded sessions has been of this game. And in fact, he is one of the broadcasters that, I am hoping to use as a role model, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what the most appropriate word would be there, but definitely as an inspiration. I better move my drink to the other side. No wonder it's difficult to get something. And I hate the way these lanes are set up in this part of the world. Okay, good time to grab my cup. There we go. Oh, shit. That's the one downside of TrackIR. Really? God, I didn't even have time to slow down. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. This game is so evil. It finally pushed me over the edge of dropping a large sum of money on sim racing gear that I'd been finding excuses not to spend. I'd finally said, you know what, I've got to get a real wheel, and I've got one coming by Friday. Finally, you know, I literally got stupid and spent $800 on a Fanatic, the Club Sport wheel, and the BMW rim for it. It was completely out of character for me to spend that kind of money. And I remember 3 or 4 years ago now, when Gran Turismo 5 came out, I was, oh god, I'm not going to make this turn very good. That was the moment where I started looking at Fanatic stuff, and I always found a reason not to buy it. It's too expensive, they had some reliability issues, their customer service was lacking. But this game was the nudge that I needed to just say, you know what, screw it, I need to bite the bullet and just do it. Yeah, their stuff is stupid expensive, but I mean, if you, like, for that price point, you don't get any better. The next best stuff is, you know, another $400 and $500 above that. And yeah, I spent, you know, the better part of 2 hours looking at my shopping cart, telling myself that this was a stupid idea. And looks like it's getting ready for time for me to go to sleep in here. Let's see. Find me a parking spot. Is this gonna work? Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, then I guess what I'll just do is detach the trailer. Alright, oh, nice. Got me right here in the morning so I don't have to worry about driving through the darkness. Kind of surprised it let me attach that far off. And yes, TrackIR is a godsend for games like this. Let's see, 600 miles. I would guesstimate that this trip is going to take another 30 minutes or so, maybe 45 at the outside, before I reach my destination. Oh god, yes, Star Citizen. Yeah, I've been going through the same mental battle regarding replacing my aging SciTech joystick for Star Citizen. Apparently their newest one, I forgot what the model name is for it, the I don't know if it's the 65 or something like that, but they just put it up for sale or pre-sale here in this last week, and it's already on back order everywhere, probably because of Star Citizen. And just to get your guys' opinion, on the stream, how readable is the video? I don't quite trust my eyes for that sort of thing anymore, but I've always thought it came in a little hard to read, and I've been trying to see if there's anything I can do to remedy that. Yes, my minion brought money in. Kind of surprised that I didn't get any audio cues when she brought that income in. Usually I do, at least I think I do. So what's your preferred truck, Komisharov, in this game? I haven't driven much, but I have found myself a die-hard fan of the Volvo FH16s. I've been planning on trying one of the Scanias. Yeah, the text on that's overlaid on the video stream itself, is that what you're talking about, that's unreadable? That's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to figure out a way of improving that. Howdy, howdy, lazy nuts. How you doing this evening? I'm currently in the middle of driving somewhere to Eastern Europe. Ostrava. Left from Lyon here 30-40 minutes ago, probably. God, I hope my voice can keep up. It's already starting to fade. Damn this. Really? This is not my night for driving. I'm just getting speeding offenses everywhere. And this is a major highway. What do you mean the speed limit here is not like 150 kilometers? Let's see, 60, no, this would, I can't do math tonight. This would be 90 kilometers per hour, wouldn't it? 60 miles per hour. Or a little more than 90, but not by much. Maybe, let's see, 1.6. 96 kilometers per hour, I guess. Yeah, I got the game shortly after that patch came out, so I don't know which one the new Volvo is. Is that just the FH, whereas the old one is the FH16 Classic? So I'm driving the FH16 Classic, and you'll see it down at the bottom right corner of my instrument panel. I've got 2 FHs, and those are what my employees use. I drove one for a couple hours, and I couldn't find it either. And I was pretty banged up driving that one because I wasn't used to the handling, so I was constantly having to recharge my compressor, and without an indicator I was never sure when it was recharged. that was part of the reason why I stopped using it. That, and it just seemed like an inferior truck. I mean, I loved the interior more. It was definitely more up to date. The in-dash GPS was pretty damn handy, but it just felt like the engine was inferior. Didn't have nearly as much torque, and I went back to my FH16 Classic, and I haven't looked back. My next truck purchase is probably going to be one of the Scanias. I forgot which one now, to see if I like those. Because I will admit, the interior, the unmodded interior of the FH16, it leaves quite a bit to be desired. And I don't like the exclusive interior look. And I just don't feel like modding an interior in. Let me guess, I'm about to get another speeding ticket. Nope, cool. 100. Must do quick maths. That's 60. A little more than 60. I'm scared to look over my right shoulder to see if I can safely turn back into the right lane. Oh, I don't think I want to turn into the right lane now. I hope you got a ticket. It's illegal to pass on the right. Oh, well, I guess I could have been in the right lane anyway. Ah! Let's see if I can multitask and take another sip of my drink. Okay, that was scary. I think straws plus TrackIR does not make a good combo. Or maybe I just need to get a really long straw. I put on some tune skis, but I've gotten really tired of YouTube flagging my videos for copywritten music material. They've gotten real stupid with that automated detection of song stuff. So I've pretty much determined that I'm going to be going silent on my broadcasts in regards to music. And which is a shame too, because there's a pretty good radio station in this game for I believe it's a London-based rock station that I really liked. Okay, must mean there's a camera here if they're slowing down. And that's another thing, you know, on the topic of AI in this game is it is a good indicator of, you know, when there's a speeding camera, because they'll just flat out haul ass and do 80 miles per hour down the highway when there's no chance of them being caught by a speeding camera. But the instant they get within a few miles of a speeding camera, they're doing the speed limit. So if you find that suddenly you're driving past all of the AI drivers, time to slow down. Making a right. Come on. I don't want to slow down that much. Oh, you asshole, you're slowing down too. Come on. It is in the game. I've seen it in videos. I have yet to drive down it though. Oh shoot, not this one, next one. Oh, son of a gun. Well, got him good. Wonder how much damage that did to my cargo. Yeah, in a video I watched, I either saw them pass a sign for an exit to the Autobahn, or they were driving on it. Actually, maybe I have driven on it, and I just didn't notice it. I believe I am too far south for it, though. I believe the Autobahn goes through the northern portion of Germany. This is an exit that I'm taking. Hey, looks like I haven't driven on this road before. I can tell you exactly what it is. It's that D945 in northern France. It's the road that's basically got a lane closure that goes down to a single lane for both directions of travel. It is D940, this stretch of road. Oh my god, I hate this stretch of road so much. Right around here is the single lane closure, and it just sneaks right up from you if you're coming up from, is it Calais? Oh no, Calais is up there. From Rouen. And then this little series of turns is hair-raising as well. But that road, every single time I've been on it, has beaten me to hell. And then especially let's see, there was a trip I made from west central France up to Scandinavia, and it took me through a region of France that had these tiny single lane roundabouts, and I happened to be taking the longest trailer I'd ever taken, and those roundabouts were just punishing. I mean, it was impossible to not, drive through the middle of them. But yeah, pretty much anything in that northern part of France I've found to be an unpleasant driving experience. Either because the AI up there just does not believe in yielding the right of way and just drove right into me, or because the roads themselves are punishing. What about yourself, Komisharov? Do you have a particularly dreadful road? Better slow down for this. So, yeah, as with any community, you're gonna run into your cliquish types. I've found myself, as I am also relatively new to Twitch as a whole, I've very passively and casually been a viewer for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, but I have found that you get the warmest reception. Yeah, there's an example of the roads that are just kind of not mapped out properly. But I found that the smaller streams, the ones that only have 8 and 10 viewers in them at a time, are the ones that are going to be the most personable, and not necessarily going to exhibit those the bro douchey type, as you put it. I mean, and I can't speak for everybody, but I would hazard a guess it's just due to the fact that as a successful person, I don't care who you are, you're going to develop some kind of chip on your shoulder to some degree. Oh, I can't speak for that. The few, I tend to only watch streams for the games that I'm interested in, which at any one time there's really only 2 or 3 of those, as I can't split my time between anything more than that. But I can't say I've ever run into that particular, I don't know, happening. Really, Aberdeen and Scott. You see, that's where I started. That's where my first garage is, Komisarov, and that's where I learned to drive in this game, which is probably why I do really well on the curvy, twisty roads. But I loved it up there. I mean, some of those roads are rough. Ooh, pardon me. Some of those roads are rough to drive on, but I don't know. I liked it up there. Maybe that was just because it was still all unique and new to me, but one of my friends that plays this game also hates driving around Aberdeen. Hey there. How's it going, Anna? Is that an L or an I? Annabit or Annabolt? I already consider this a success. Anytime I have an audience that is interacting with me, to me that's a big win. I mean, I don't need, oh shit, I don't need a following of 10, 20,000 people or to be a Twitch partner. Although I admit that might be really nice, but even if I only have 3 people watching me, it's a big win, because not only does it help to bring me out of my shell, but it helps to define the kind of stream or streamer I want to be. Look, that's a speeding camera sign. I actually saw one for once. They do exist in Europe. So you mentioned that bro every other word happening, was that in any, really? God damn, ninja cameras. Oh, and there's the no camera sign. Fuck you, whatever country I'm in, probably still Germany. God, you've robbed me of $1,600 pounds. Anyway, like, you said this was popular streams. Was it for any particular category of game? Like, was it like the League of Legends crowd and stuff like that, or I'm wondering if it's a generational thing. Where your broadcasters happens to be in a specific age bracket where that's just common terminology they use. Howdy, howdy, Monty. How's it going this evening, man? I got to admit, I am amazed that I've actually got this many people watching me. Before tonight, I'd never had more than 2 people. And one of those people was effectively a plant, and that it was my friend just watching my stream. I've been curious about DayZ. Given that there's a standalone mod for Arma 2, though I haven't been too willing to put out, you know, was it 20 or 30 bucks for that title? Oh yeah, shoot, you're late. I'm later than you are. Not by much, admittedly, but yeah, I think you may be right there, and it is. I think it's a generational thing, whereas you and I may have been taught to speak a bit more properly. You know, don't get me started on my opinions of the educational system, particularly in the U.S. I can't speak for Europe, although I've heard it's better. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. Bruno? Yeah. Assuming DayZ is using the same core engine and map, or at least just the general, on the same general scale, the world is pretty significantly large. Like, we're talking... I'm trying to think back to when I was playing Arma 2. I never did try to drive across the map in Arma 2, but it could easily take, you know, maybe if I had to guess, maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours of driving in Arma 2 to make it from one end of the map to the other. It was not a small world. And DayZ, I would imagine, being based off the Arma 2 engine, would have a comparably sized map. Because yeah, it was basically designed as, you know, two small armies, if you will, engaging one another. Which reminds me, I bought Arma 3 during the Steam holiday sale. I have yet to play it. I've been meaning to power that sucker up. Serious, Komisharov? That's insane. "45 languages in one school. I can't fathom that. You know, where I grew up, you spoke one of two languages, either English or Spanish. And the state did a pretty good job of making sure that Spanish was abolished in the schools, so, you know, early on it pretty much became English only. Oy. How am I set for gas and sleep? Yeah, I think I can risk it. I guess I was a little off. Hey, you jackass! What the hell? I guess I was a little off on my 30-45 minute estimate, although I am getting close. Yeah, that's right, you deserve to be cut off. And I don't know if you caught it, but that looked like a Russian anti-aircraft vehicle there being transported. Stuff like that are trailers that I modded in. There's a mod by a modder known as Jazzy Cat. He's got a military trailer pack, a rail car trailer pack, and a general trailer pack. The site that you get them off from him is a pretty shifty one, but the mods themselves are pretty nice. Howdy there, Knuckle Sandwich. How's it going, man? How you doing this evening? I guess I better back it off a bit here. You know, I'd be surprised if there's not, to be honest. And at the very least, you should be able to fire it right up in the browser. Hey, Jason XCVI. My Roman numerals suck. What is that? Shit, I don't know. Roman numerals lose me after about 3 digits. 136 would be my guess. So, okay, so are you actually Welsh, or do you happen to live in Wales? Because I've always wanted to ask this of somebody that lives there, but does the Welsh language believe in vowels at all? 2 hours, 3 hours? No, I'm not going to make that. 1996. Thank you. Wow, I was way off. I try to stream almost nightly at around this time. Come on. I skipped it last night as I was feeling a little under the weather. And I figured, in spite of that, I figured that the social interaction would do me good tonight. But on a weeknight like this, let's see, given that you're, you know, I try to start around 8 o'clock Central Time, 2 a.m. and you're up late, Komisharov. It's almost 3:08. Well, it's 3:30 in the morning there, isn't it? If you subscribe or follow me, you should get email so the people that you follow on Twitch, whenever they activate their stream, assuming they don't leave it on like some people do, you get an email notification stating that they have started a stream. So, you know, definitely feel free to follow me. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. I mean, is it safe to say that Welsh is a dying language? Oh shit. These damn exits always sneak up on me like that. Oh yeah, definitely want to slow down for this curve. Ooh, Minnesota. I don't know how you can tolerate those winters up there, man. It was a pleasure, sir. You have yourself a great night, and I look forward to seeing you again. Howdy there, Pear. How you doing this evening? Or morning, if you're, you know, English or European. Only 100 miles to go. This ought to take no more than 10 minutes to finish up. And then we can see just how bad I'm going to do of backing in my impaired state this evening. Really, English people. I'm guessing Londoners, because they're hard enough to understand as it is. Oh shit, another exit almost got me. Yeah, given I've only got 82 miles left, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't see this journey taking more than 5 or 10 more minutes. So how cold is it up there in Minnesota? I've got some friends that live up there, and they say that from time to time the wind chill gets so bad that walking outside is an act of running from, you know, storefront to storefront just to keep skin exposure to a minimum. Not good for gas. I can skip this. Get around this guy. Oh, that works. Wow. So you guys really did get hit by this cold snap. I mean, we got it, you know. I am literally polar opposite of where you are going south. You know, I'm in south central Texas. And we thought we had it bad when it got as low as the mid-20s one day. Ah, Scottish. Very nice. Lived next door to a fellow from Glasgow a number of years ago. I could never understand a word he said. His Scotch accent was so thick. He was the nicest man I ever knew. Jeez, negative 25. Hell with that. I'll stay right here where I'm at, where 30 degrees is freezing. Evening there, Captioner. How you doing, man? Good lord, they just keep on filtering in. This is amazing. I don't think I'll ever be this popular again. I'm hesitant to get around this guy. Screw it. Oh god, don't hit him. Ugh. Really? I just can't win tonight. At least I didn't hit him, too. Oh my god, negative 50? What do you do when it gets that cold? Do you just close the doors and set your house on fire to stay warm? I don't remember if you were here when we were talking about it, Jason, but my garage is actually based in Aberdeen. As I have always had I wouldn't say a connection, but I've always thought that Scotland was one of the more beautiful parts of the United Kingdom. Ha! Bet you didn't think I'd know the difference between United Kingdom, Great Britain, or calling it England. I may be an American, and I may be an ignorant American, but I'm not a completely ignorant American. Ice fish, oh god. That would drive me insane. Oh god, need to slow down, need to slow down, need to slow down. Oh, the headlights are on. It's just it's that dark at night. Here, I'll put my brights on though. Oh, come on. There we go. Do. Let's blind every bastard within miles in front of me. I love my brights on this truck. I call them my brights of mass destruction. Come on, guys. Stop flashing your brights at me. I know they're bright. Alright, let's do this. So, as far as gear shifting goes, there's 3 or 4 options. Correct me if I'm wrong, Commissioner Rob. You can do a fully automatic, which is cheating in my book. You can do a kind of a... I forgot the exact term, but it's kind of a hybrid manual where the clutch is automatically applied and you just shift up and down as needed. The third one that I can think of off the top of my head is kind of a... if you have like the Logitech, what's that steering wheel? Is it the G27 that's got the, basically if you have a shifter that is an H-style shifter, like a normal 6-speed, there's a mode for that will utilize an actual clutch. But for me, I'm just using the kind of the hybrid manual where it basically you just shift gears, but there is no clutch. All right, where's the entrance for this place? I will say, in the H shifter setup and in the setup that I'm using, if your truck gets stopped, like if some douchebag AI driver stops in the middle of the road, and that road happens to be on an upward incline, good luck coming to a start without stalling out a few times. Come on, trailer, straighten out. I can't see nothing behind me. There we go. Have to realign here. I'm blind, I cannot see. Son of a gun. Yeah, parking is definitely eluding me this evening. Okay. There we go. Straighten it out a hair. Try not to overcorrect too much. Oh, no. Damn it. There we go. Perfect. And that is the end of a 900-mile job. Not bad. Oh, sweet. I didn't damage the trailer. Oh, did I even get a level 2? Awesome! And a nice 36,000 quid bump to my paycheck. Oh. So, I'm going to take a quick break from the driving, and I'm going to... yeah, let's do the last ADR skill. Okay, let's see how my minions are doing. Driver manager. Let's see, what is she working on? Fragile cargo. Gosh, she still hasn't leveled. She's got her just in time, so let's set her back up for long distance. Nice, they're actually bringing in a decent profit now, too. But yeah, as you can see, my base, Aberdeen. I don't know why people hate driving up there so much, but hey, whatever. Okay, let's see if there's any quick jobs here. I wouldn't mind going down to Slovakia or Hungary. Ooh, that's... I don't think I want to drive that long tonight. Evening there, Mick. How you doing, man? Let's see. What's the mileage on this one? Oh, that's gonna be... Yeah, I don't want to do that. These icons over here are the type of job... heavy and oversized cargo, which 22 tons isn't terrible. I've driven heavier, but that on top of a rushed delivery like that is not something I want to do. That's me just asking to bounce off of walls. I'm going back down to Lyon, Denmark. Let's see. Something. Okay, good. So I haven't taken most of this route before. Let's see. Yeah, this will be a nice little jaunt across Northern Europe. Let's go ahead and do this, although I probably should have rested and gassed up first, but that's fine. But after having weathered, you know, the last, what's it been, hour and a half or so their Western movie, what do you think? You think you're going to end up buying the game? Does your friend, was it Greg, believe this is a real thing now? Let's see, what's my truck's condition? Yeah, I need to pull in here and get fixed up. Which, yeah, your truck does sustain damage from those little bumps and knocks that I suffered. Probably set me back, wow, $2 grand. Yeah, 4% tire wear from that trip. Oh shit. That was close. I mean, I would say don't buy the game based on my or anybody else's endorsement. Nice. Definitely check out the demo beforehand. You know, I don't want you to buy the game based on my own, you know, opinions, just to find out that you actually do end up hating it or finding out that it's, you know, it's boring to you. Oh shit, that light was red. Ah, crap. There. So that's another thing for those of you that are, you know, not American. What is the policy for making a right on red or a left on red, as the case would be in the UK? Yes, I am using a Halloween skin. I saw the Halloween skins and whoa, what the hell? Is my GPS screwing with me? I saw the Halloween skins and fell in love with them. Where GPS lying to me? What? Alright. I mean, I would not anticipate you'd be able to run it at high settings or ultra settings, not by a long shot. But I would be amazed if you aren't able to run it decently at low or mid-range settings. Where is this cargo? Is it in here, I wonder? Yeah, I'm gonna go grab this map point real quick, though, since I overlooked it earlier. Oh! Ah, good, it's a recruiting agency. I could use more of those. The only cabin modifications, or upgrades rather. Oh yeah, it was definitely a pleasure, sir, and I look forward to seeing you again, man. The only cabin changes I've seen, as far as the interior looks go, is the deluxe upgrade, which kind of gives you a two-tone interior. Yeah, I've definitely been wanting to mod my cabin more. This FH16 Classic is a threadbare. Ooh, that's a better route. Yeah, I'm gonna take that one. Oh yeah, this is much better. I didn't buy the, was it the winter or the Christmas pack? You wouldn't happen to have that one, would you, and have an opinion on it? I guess I can sit back down, get my visibility maximized again. And what about you, Pear? You've been awfully quiet since you got in here. Ah. Well, may I suggest, at the very least, grabbing ProMod. That mod is amazing in how it expands the game. Of course, I don't remember much of the game before I got that mod, but it's worth having, and you can use your existing save with it. But yeah, the only mods I've installed is ProMod, which is the map mod, and then, you know, those Jazzy Cat trailer mods. Oh jeez, come on. Stupid AI. Oh yeah, this is only a 500-mile trip. This one will go pretty quick. Get my GPS in the better view. There we go. As much as I'd like to claim both lanes, I can't really do that. And I will say this now, that this trip, guys, is probably going to be my last one for the evening. Oh crap, speeding cameras. My voice is, I think my voice is, or my throat has had about as much talking as it can take for this evening, and I am a little bit unwell, so I don't want to push myself too hard. Make up your mind, AI. Either pass me and speed up or stay out of my way. There we go. Yeah, I've also been looking at other skins for my truck, but it seems that the 1.8 patch is still so new that not a lot of skins, particularly for the Volvos. Yeah, I think I've gotten more speeding tickets tonight than I have in the last week of playing this game. Gas. I need gas now. I've got a question for you, Komisharov, regarding your hirelings. You know, is it better to, you know, expand your garage that second time for the third or fourth and fifth slots, or is it better to buy a new garage somewhere else? You know, my friend posed the question and I didn't have an answer for him. You know, is it, you know, having 4 people pulling jobs out of the same city or hub, is that going to mean that they're going to have a harder time finding jobs? And is it better to, you know, widen your sphere of influence? Always expand before buying a new garage, or always expand your, you know, add another garage before expanding your current one? Hurry it up. Gotcha. Because yeah, we decided that he was going to go ahead and buy a second garage, and I was going to expand my current garage, and we'd try to guesstimate which one brought us better returns. I mean, admittedly, driver experience is going to play into that, but you know, neither one of us knew for sure. Looks like I came out on top on that decision. I'm sorry, buddy. Lane ending again. Oh no, that's not a lane ending. So what's been your favorite country or road to drive through in this game, Komisharov? I've got to say that in my own opinion, driving through Holland, Denmark, you know, driving through Scandinavia and just south of whatever that body of water is, I don't recall the name. That's just been my favorite. It's not been the most beautiful, but the roads have been nicest. I do, yes. So then how do you determine whether a city is industrial or not? Is it just based on the companies that are in there, or is it based on the quantity of the companies? Whereas a more industrial city will have 4 or 5 hubs to pick up jobs from. And yeah, as far as TrackIR, it's... I bought mine 4 or 5 months ago. For War Thunder, actually, and I found that for arcade battles it kind of got in the way more than it helped, and I hadn't used it a whole lot, but in this game it's been amazing. I mean, it's got its ups and downs, like, you know, when I reach over here to grab a drink, you know, or if I have an itch on the back of my head or something, I look down and oh my god, I'm driving blind for a few seconds. But if you play a lot of simulation games, I'm not going to suggest it as being useful for much else than Sims. It's definitely worthwhile for getting. In fact, that reminds me, I've been meaning to see if it would be any good in the newest Need for Speed Rivals game. I bought that and spent some time playing it a while back, and I completely forgot to try my TrackIR setup in that. Evening, Raijin. How's it going there? We're currently in the first leg of a journey from I forgot where to I forgot where already. Let's see. We're going to Frankfurt. Oh, cool! And I'm carrying dynamite. I didn't even catch that. I guess I'll try not to run into anything. So ADR jobs is a high industrial city, whereas like precious cargo jobs tends to be a lower industrial threshold. Yes, yes. you know, as I mentioned when you first got in, I had literally just finished my tour of Italy, and in fact, two of my highlights are of those first two legs of the journey. That is the most I forgot where I started, but I took 13 screenshots between three of those cities down there. I think I started in Bern. No, I started in Geneva. Oh shit, I needed that gas. No, I didn't. Yeah, I started in Geneva and then went south to Milan and Torino. And just in those three cities, I took 13 screenshots. It was amazing. What was sad was the most cutting him off. The most western bound leg from I forgot if it's Torino or Milano that's in the middle there. But I made one of those legs at night, and I was not able to get any screenshots, but it looked like that was a less scenic part of Italy. Oh god, speeding cameras. At least I think that's what that sign suggested. I guess I won't go faster than this guy and I'll be safe. 80, that's 50. That's another nice benefit of this game that probably was never even intended. Learning your imperial to metric conversions as far as speed and distance go. Well, that said 80. I guess I didn't have to slow down after all. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, can I make it? Guessing that would be Munich. Gee, that kind of looks like my truck after my first trips through northern France. I guess it really is a good thing that this game chooses not to enforce some traffic laws. Oh, shit. Okay, good. He cut him off. Because, you know, that whole it being illegal to pass on the right through Germany and most of Europe, to my understanding, would really suck. push on through this one and hope I make it to the next one for my rest. Okay, let's slow it down a hair. Besides northern Italy there, have you found any other particularly scenic drives? You know, I mean, there's a real nice bridge somewhere in Scandinavia, I forgot where now, but I haven't seen a whole lot of, you know, just completely breathtaking views yet, like there were on that whole trip through northern Italy. Couldn't read that. I think it said 100, which should be just fine. Although now it says 50. You're not gonna get me this time, speeding cameras. I'm on to your tricks. Now that I know how to recognize the stinking European speeding camera signs. Got an itch in my ear. No. No, that's terrible, because that's going to throw my TrackIR completely off. Go away. Go away. Oh, crap. There's nobody there. I hope there's a parking spot here. My preferred spot's already taken. Hey buddy, I'll trade you cargo. Man, the last spot over here is taken too. This sucks. Alright, let's see here. I know what I can do. I guess I'll just detach. Great, yeah. The one time I ignore these spots and they're both open. Screw you. Stupid. I did not hit him. I will... Really? What? They're just screwing with me. Approach this from a better angle so I don't hit him with my trailer too on my way out. I've driven through Lyon just that once, and I did not find the lion. I did not notice the lion. I am gonna have to make it a point to swing down there again. Great, I didn't even see the speed. I can only assume it was 50 if it was camera worthy. Now I'm in Germany. Pedal to the metal! You know, I'll be honest, I've never tried any of the actual management games before, usually because they are sports-centric. And the sports genre has never strongly appealed to me. Although I will admit to having played, some of the MLB games because I used to play baseball. So the game does have some, fondness to me, but I'm just not a huge sports guy. Do you have any suggestions or is the management genre any good? I mean, I would not be amazed to find out that my ignorance is blinding me, or my lack of, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. But I'd be surprised. I would not be surprised to find out that they are actually really good, because just like this game, I would have never really given it a second look. Hey there, lazy nuts, what's going on? I wonder if I'm greeting these people too early and they're just not hearing me or something. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because he's gone too. Or maybe it is the fact that I am greeting them before they even announce their presence in the channel. It's the nice little bonus of using the Twitch IRC server, is you can actually see people within moments of them entering your channel and they don't even have to chat. 130 miles, getting to that home stretch. I want to be in this lane. Nope. Oh well. Oh god. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. I feel like I'm driving like a teenager who's just been let loose on the world. Oh shit. Slow it on down. There we go. I don't know. How much time does 4% battery generally give you? I would estimate my time for driving somewhere in the ballpark of 15 to 20 minutes at this point. It really just depends on how much of the drive time remains on open highway like this. But if your battery doesn't hold out, I'll only hold it against you forever. It's not a big deal. Oh God, so many curves. Must risk drink. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Well, thank you. I definitely appreciate that. I'll try and pick up the speed a bit too. I think I can take these curves at just 70-75 without too much trouble. This dynamite's a pretty light load, so that's definitely useful. Careful, world! Angry trucker with a load full of high explosives coming through. So have you ever completely out and out wrecked your truck? Particularly with some sort of hazardous or explosive cargo? I am curious, although not curious enough to sabotage my own game, to know if your trailer can and will explode if damaged enough. In fact, it has been my goal since I unlocked the infectious hazardous endorsement to find a cargo of some sort of infectious substance, just to go out there and purposefully wreck it so I can claim to have started the zombie infestation or zombie outbreak. But I think the game so far has seen through my plan, as it hasn't seen fit to grace me with any infectious cargo yet. Exit's got to be coming up here sooner or later. Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit, that was close. Oh, I almost didn't even recover from it. Yeah, the most damage I've ever managed to do on any of my trucks was between 20 and 25%, and that was hell. My engine was stalling every 5 minutes. My air brakes were failing. It was a rough ride. That was where my hate-hate relationship with northern France began. But I have yet to jackknife or tip my load or anything like that either. I consider myself either very lucky or just a generally very cautious driver, but I think it's been more luck than anything, given my most recent near hit here. Oh yeah, only 4 miles. This will be done in just a few more minutes. where's my turn? That doesn't look like an entrance. Ah, here you go. Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute, this is cars. Why does... Oh, I misread my freaking cargo. My destination had TNT in it, not my cargo. Oops. Alright. Ah, I did a really bad job of turning around. Okay. Nope, need to go further over. I can't see. Yeah, this has been my worst approach ever. And this is such an easy lot to back into as well. Yeah, go... Hey! Yeah... Oops. Saw that coming. I think that was my cargo getting damaged. Yay, let's see how much damage I ended up doing there at the end. Yeah, definitely damaged something. Ah, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Oof. I do believe that this is going to have to be the end of it for me this evening, folks. I really do appreciate everybody's coming in. Commissioner, Jason, it has been a privilege speaking with you guys, and I really do hope you follow me and tune in for future broadcasts. Given that you're both England, well, given that you're both Brits, for lack of a better term, I probably will be streaming a good portion of the late afternoon for you guys, I would wager. Late afternoon, early evening. As I don't plan on going into work. I'm pretty damn sure I've got a cold at this point. But that being said, I am going to start winding down. I hope you folks have a very pleasant morning. And thank you for the well wishes. I hope to see you guys tomorrow or some point in the near future.